What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to The Cave.
Welcome to the cave.
I am Jack, and this is...
And I'm Tristan. I gotta stop with the mustaches.
You're
I'm Tristan.
you're having too much fun with it. Stop it.
No, I think I won't.
Well, that's too bad.
I feel like we've been here before. I feel like we've said all of this.
Because we have.
Yeah, before this episode that you guys are currently watching / listening to, whichever your poison is. That file got corrupted.
Yeah.
Someone slammed his desk for emphasis, and his computer said,
Yeah, my computer, if I even, slightly just, hit my desk, my computer's like, all right, I gotta go to the bathroom. if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
I'm a head out.
Yeah. And so it just it does just a reset. It just resets itself.
It's so great.
It's so fun.
Super dope.
So that file got corrupted, and we can't use it, which is super fun.
It's super dope.
So
yeah,
back to
we got these interview cards though.
Yeah, we have fresh content guarantee interview deck, the pod decks.
Does it say fresh viewers guarantee or?
No, it just says fresh content.
I was gonna say, because if we don't get views, we should sue.
True.
Yeah. Does it have a disclaimer on there that these cards won't give you views?
Redeem your deck for free on our mobile app, poddex.com, made in China. Interview decks. No, there is no, unless there's a card in here that has a disclaimer, which I doubt that. It's like the Joker card.
We can still sue.
True.
Yeah.
That is if we don't get views.
Better cameras, bet.
Bet.
All right.
Let me shuffle these. All right. Pick a card. Any card.
That one.
Cool.
Oh, it picked for you.
Yeah.
It said no me.
All right.
A card straight up cut in line.
Said, I want to go. Teacher.
Me.
All right. When you have to study for a test, what is a proven successful method?
Don't.
True.
Fun fact, when I was in school, my notebooks were pretty much empty. I didn't take notes at all. I didn't study. I just did it.
I just did it.
Yeah, no, for me, I just, like when I was in theater too, a lot of actors will like write in their scripts, and they'll like write where their blocking is. Like, okay, when he says da 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 da, I move to this space on the stage.
Hang on, I just I'm streaming this.
Oh. Wait, are you serious? Oh, you are.
I got a follower for some reason. And I was like, wait, why did I just get a follower? Appreciate the follower, by the way, homie. But
dude, that we should make a Twitch channel for the podcast.
And
then we can live record the podcast.
That's funny.
That'd be kind of sick.
That would be sick.
That would actually be kind of sick. That's funny though.
That's funny.
Well, I guess we got to keep streaming it now too.
Well, let me start recording.
Oh, have you not been recording?
No.
Oh, okay. Damn.
I just.
How did you even do that? Like how?
Literally,
there are so many steps that you have to do wrong.
No, not with OBS. With OBS, it's literally, it doesn't give you a prompt before you start streaming. It's just, all right, you're streaming now. And so, literally, the streaming is like, the streaming button is right here, and the recording button is literally underneath it.
I like how it still says back from slamming my desk from another from another instance.
Yeah.
But it still fits. It's just we're not playing Splitgate.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to change that to just hanging out or something.
Change it to
We should definitely
chatting.
we should make a Twitch channel for the podcast.
Yeah, that's.
That was an accidental idea, but it was a good idea.
That I didn't even mean to do this. I just.
My quality actually comes through pretty decently on your end.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Stream info.
It honestly looks better on your end than it looks on my end.
Yeah.
Like by a lot,
Yeah.
actually.
And
Which makes me a little bit sad.
I used to stream with that camera. And it looked like how you see it is how it looked on my end.
It's weird. It looks a lot better on this end. Huh.
Let's see.
That's weird.
Surprise.
Surprise stream.
Podcast.
A surprise podcast. That's a surprise even for us. That's funny. Wow. How do we do that?
Like I said, the buttons are literally like right there. So
okay. Well, I mean that's valid. Do you have are you recording now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the good thing is I can just go back and save the okay.
The other part?
Yeah. I can just go back and save the first VOD. Or like the beginning VOD, the beginning part of this VOD. And so then that way we can just
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
testing methods.
Testing methods.
Yeah. Actors normally put like their blocking and stuff like in their scripts. They'll like write like when he says this, I move to this place on the stage and I make direct eye contact with the audience and I deliver my emotional. I didn't have any of those. My scripts were completely blank.
Yeah.
For every show that I ever did. I never studied anything. The only thing that I ever studied was obviously my lines. Like I had to study my lines to memorize them. But other than that, I never studied at all. Like anything. I just did it. And if I didn't care about it, I guessed completely.
Yeah.
But I still came out with a 4.0. So
somehow
make it make sense.
I mean, I agree. I never studied. The only time I did study is if my parents were like, "Hey, you need to study."
You need to study.
I'd like go to my room and like study. I'd have my like notebooks open, but like be on my phone.
You listen to Motley Crue. You listen to Motley Crue.
Right now,
you listen to Motley Crue and played Xbox.
No. Back then, it was.
You listened to the Doom soundtrack. And
it was 80s music and PlayStation.
Motley Crue still technically counts as 80s music, though.
Yeah, but I mean like 80s pop.
Ugh.
Like
when those changes to love.
Yeah. Stuff like that. And
never gonna give you up.
Like I'd occasionally just like look at my notes and just be like just to make sure.
Yep.
If it was like something that I just straight up did not know, I'd be like, all right, so that's that. Good. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I never had a TV in my room until I turned 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
What happened was, so at our old house, my parent, like we also had a lake house. We had our old house and a lake house.
Mm-hmm.
And we bought a TV, a brand new TV for the lake house. And the TV we had out there was like a 65-inch 10-year-old TV. And they're like
Magnavox.
I probably.
They're like, we got you a TV.
well, I mean, like they were like, yeah, you can have that TV, but like, what I did was, since it was like so big, I had to set it on my old desk. Literally, like, my bed was here, and like my TV was like right here, on my old desk, and
you're playing games just.
I mean, yeah, with that size TV in your room, you don't even have to like kind of like sit on the edge of your bed unless you really want to. I would literally just sit.
You have to literally look down to look at the mini map and then back up.
Yeah, like I legit had to be like, all right, there, boom, 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 all right, but like
Objective indicated on your map.
but it was just, it wasn't even like, it wasn't the crystal QLED Ultra TV or whatever. It was just a 65-inch high def.
I see you that, and I raise you. So I had my first TV that I had in my room. I'll admit it was really, really, really young. I was like 8 or 9, maybe 10. So like that was compared to you early.
Yeah.
But the TV that I had was a Magnavox it still had the cassette thing on the front. Yeah, it didn't even have HDMI ports.
You keep telling your story. I'm gonna find a picture of my TV, of the old TV.
It was like a brick, and so it was one of those TVs. I don't know if you know this, but like older TVs, if you touched them, they were static on the screen.
Yeah.
I had one of those. So if I touched the screen while it was on, it went.
Yeah, I think mine was a little bit like that.
And moving that thing, let me tell you,
terrible.
I had to, because I was so young and I was really, really, really scrawnier than I am now, which, wow. Yeah. Okay, now, you don't have to agree so hard, Jesus.
You're getting better.
The TV that I had to like ask for help to move if I had to move it anywhere for anything.
Yeah.
I'd have to be like, Dad, I gotta move the TV.
I need help,
Help me, please. But yeah, no, it still had the cassette spot in the front.
Yeah.
And it had like the Magnavox thing, and it was about this wide, but about like this long. Like the back of this thing was
a tube TV.
Yeah, it was
a tube TV.
It was the kind of TV that's pretty much only used now to express horror in music videos.
Yeah, or like the ones that you see in like those smashing things or whatever.
Yeah, like no one cares about these things anymore. We just smash it.
Yeah,
because it's entertaining to people.
Yeah,
but no, like the only time that these TV screens are used anymore is to put the white and black patterns over the front of it, and then static.
Yeah.
And then like the Joker coming through and talking to people or something. Like that's the only time that these screens are used.
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum is the last time I saw one of those TV screens.
I'm still trying to find it. I kind of went like all the way to the beginning of my camera roll. Let's see. That's the Super Bowl in Atlanta. Getting close. Where is it? It's the fact that everyone else had like a TV at 9, 10, and their parents were like, no
TV for you.
No TV.
I know what he's going to do with the TV.
Until I was 17.
He's going to play GTA. We give him a TV, he's going to be playing that GTA.
I did that upstairs.
He's going to be honking at hookers. And then he's going to come home and play GTA.
Oh, you know it. God, I know I have a picture of it somewhere. No, that I had it then, but I have a better picture of it because that was like.
I might try to see if I can find a photo of the one that it was like my grandmother's or something, and then it was mine.
Yeah.
Magnavox. Nope, not Magnacox. Magnavox.
What you looking up?
Magnavox, but I hit the C instead. Magnavox. Yeah, when I said cox, I meant COX, not chickens.
It's a Sharp TV. It's not the best picture. So, I'm not gonna use that picture because my feet are in it, and people are always asking me for feet pics. Because haha, my name's Bigfoot.
See, this is what I told you. I looked up the
Yeah.
TV that I had.
Yeah.
Literally, the first image that comes up is that same thing that I was just describing earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, hold on, let me see if I can find like a side profile of it. There it is.
Yeah, tube TV.
Yeah,
Tube
I mean,
television.
it was. Except this one is newer than the one that I had.
Ooh.
It's advertised as a retro gaming TV.
Gaming. Don't mind me, I'm just currently gaming.
Magnavox PR1316 color CRT television retro gaming TV. Get this.
Gaming TV.
If any of you guys want to purchase this, it comes with the remote.
Oh.
That's a steal, bro. That's a steal.
That's a steal.
You can't get a better deal. It comes with the remote. That's
okay.
insane.
This is a slight picture of it. I was trying to do some cool like blurry pictures with like the controller kind of being like blurred out and like focused on the TV, but like you can barely see it.
That's
like,
big.
Like that's how, like that white thing right there is my window.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like, oh well, you can actually kind of see it better
there
like
it goes.
that. Wow. Yeah, it was. It like.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17.
That was a big old TV. Yeah, mine was like, smaller than yours, yet probably heavier.
I don't know. Mine was.
No.
It was pretty heavy.
No.
Like I could not lift that by myself, obviously, because it's a 65-inch.
Not like a Magnavox.
Let's see.
I don't know if you've ever tried to lift a Magnavox, but it's like beaching a yacht and trying to push it back yourself. Let me just turn on the yacht.
Let's see. This is pretty much what it looked like. It like a little bit older than that, but like
that's big.
Yeah,
That's a big boy. That's a big boy right there.
It was something else.
Okay. Like, do we have more carts?
We have a whole.
Because both of us, I know for a fact, both of us will get very off track very quickly, and the one with more severe ADHD is trying to keep the other one on track, and this is really a reversal of roles.
All right. Pick between these two, because two fell.
The one on the right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, that's my left.
Yeah, your left, my right.
Dummy.
My left, your light, you know.
What? I mean, I know you're dyslexic.
What?
Jesus.
Hey, listen.
Hey.
Shut it.
That's why I'm reading the cards.
Oh, you think you're real funny, huh?
I don't like
you think. You think you're real funny.
Ah.
Did you just say I don't like this one and put it back?
Yeah.
Why?
So I chose the other one.
Oh, okay.
What is the most important thing to carry with you at all time?
Like me personally, or like just everyone?
We can just do like personally. It's a tough question. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't really have like essentials.
I mean, you kind of have to have essentials.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty simple one. My wallet, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get pulled over for driving without a license.
Yeah.
Because that's like a really hefty ticket.
Yeah.
And I mean, my history with tickets, if anyone's gonna get it, it's gonna be me. I got a misdemeanor eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at a public park. So
Yeah, that would happen.
Got it cleared.
To you.
Got
That
it cleared.
would
The city,
happen to you.
the state was finally like, oh wait, okay, nah, something don't add up. You're good. You're fine. But no, I was on they had me on what they called a probationary period. I didn't get put in cuffs or anything. But the guy was like, keep your nose clean for 90 days. And I was like,
keep your nose clean. You were eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
Dude, we stopped. We were hiking at the canyon.
Yeah.
And
is this incident?
Yeah. Convict Canyon.
Yeah.
And so we stop to eat lunch. And so we stopped to eat lunch, and we're eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and Fritos, drinking Gatorade and Capri Suns.
Oh, those always
like the hardened criminals we are. And dude, game warden comes around the corner on his golf cart and walks over to us and goes, "What do you think you're doing?" Eating peanut butter and jelly? What do you think you're doing? And he's just, you can't be over here, right? There was a path, and so here's the path, right?
Yeah.
We were here. I mean, it was 6-7 steps off of the path.
Yeah.
And he goes over and he's like, you're not supposed to be here, right? And we were like, no. This is where the path takes you, is here. It passes through here. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, but not over there.
Oh, okay.
Did you see the sign? And he points over at a sign. Here's the sign. Here's us. I could have just gone. We did not see it because when we went and sat down, there were other people over there. And they blocked the sign because they were taking photos.
Of course. We
sat down to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Misdemeanor. Done. Trespassing on a state park. Criminal trespassing on a state. Criminal trespassing on state property.
Oh no.
So I called the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, you just got to keep your nose clean for about 90 days, and we'll revisit." I got a call 20 days into my probation. So dumb. And they were like, "So we just had a meeting, actually about you and your friends, and we wanted to personally let you know that your charge has been dropped." And I was like,
"Oh, thank God."
Okay. And she was like, "Yeah, we after further review, your argument made a lot of sense. And this is before I even went to court. I didn't go to court for this either. Yeah. I was set to go to court the next day from this call."
Yeah.
And she was like, "We after further review of your argument, we've decided that you guys should be exempt from this charge. And the warden is actually going to be reprimanded for his actions because you should have been given. You'd never been here before. We don't have you on file from any other visits. It was a first-time offense, and a first-time offense should not have been what this was. So it got dropped like that." Yeah. And I was like, sick, because I didn't want that to be on my record. I don't want to sound like that guy. It's gonna be on my record, but at the same time, I didn't want it to be on my record because I did not want, because people look at that in job applications and things like that, and they're like, "Whoa, criminal trespassing, holy!" Yeah, I was eating peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't put descriptions. They're just like criminal trespassing on state property. Yeah, I was eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches in a park.
And what do you think? Put yourself in a manager's position right now. So we got your background check back, and there was just a couple of things on there that we wanted to talk about. First one, criminal trespassing on state property. Can you tell me a little bit more about the scenario that kind of brought that to fruition? Yeah, so I was eating peanut butter and jelly. You were doing what? I was eating. Should I just go? Should I just go? No one. Who's gonna believe that?
Yeah. Like
Who's gonna believe that? It's like John Mulaney's. I was over on the bench,
I
and
was
that's
over
me.
on
Nobody's.
the bench.
No one's gonna buy that. You're eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and you got criminal trespassing on state property. Yes,
Yes.
that is what I'm telling you right
I'm
now.
looking you in the eyes right now. Yes. Put me on a lie detector.
Yes, it was strawberry. That's the only valid jelly. Grape jelly just does not add up. Simply put. What's your essential thing for traveling? Sorry.
For me, it's one of two things. Either, of course, like my phone, but that has, like my phone case is like a wallet case. So like it has my ID, my cards, anything else that I carry in my wallet, except for cash because I don't carry cash. And plus, cash couldn't fit in that thing.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking about it, and I was like, where would you even put it?
Yeah.
Like, where would it go?
But it's either that or a pocket knife.
Yeah.
I always have a pocket knife on me.
Yeah. I do too, but that's because I got known as the guy that just always had one. So I started having, because I just stopped carrying mine for a while, because the pants, was a couple of pairs of pants that I was wearing at the time, like started to like wear in the spot that I was carrying it, so I had to figure something out.
Yeah.
And so I stopped carrying it for a while. And I had a couple of instances where people would be like, "Hey Tristan, where's your knife? I need that."
Yep. I like literally everybody.
It's always the times when you don't carry it.
I swear, like if I go out to my parents' house and I leave it in my car or something, they're like, "You got your knife on you?" And I'm like, "It's in my car."
The one time that you need it.
And then it's like every other time, it's like, "You need a knife?" No, I don't need it. Well, let me just put it back in my pocket real quick.
You need this? I already got some.
And it's just like, and also I'll like, if I'm driving somewhere, it doesn't matter if I'm going down the street or whatever, I try to have my knife on me. Cause like, even though it's probably not what it's meant for, but it's got like a little, like kind of like a pointer on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming like to break windows. So like if I need to like break my window.
If you ever like
flip over,
drive off a bridge, and into water, that's a pretty appropriate time to use that.
Yeah, like even though it's not recommended, like this doesn't have a seatbelt cutter on it, but at that point I would just like fold it back up, and then
we're in no way safety specialists. This podcast is in no way meant to be taken seriously.
Not a safety specialist. I cut myself at work.
Again?
Yeah, again.
Did you leave a coin? Did you leave a coin?
It was my knife. No, but the thing is, if somebody gives you a knife and like it's your knife now, the chefs in the chef's trade, it's if you don't give them a coin, you're gonna cut yourself with it. And well, I didn't give my dad a coin, and he's the one that gave it to me. A while ago too, so
I knew it.
I don't think I've bought a single one of my knives. I'm pretty sure all of my knives that I have, I've just been like, here you go, here's a knife.
Isn't that kind of like the usual though? Like, from what I've heard, like most people like have a bunch of knives that like they've just been given for no reason.
Not in the chef's trade, really. It's more like, hey, I think I've bought one knife. Actually, no, I've bought one knife at a store, and then like a set online. But like that was just like an online like, ooh, these knives are $40 for the set.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna get the set. Sure, they're cheap knives. One of them has the tip broken off of it because I dropped it on the floor.
Dang. That was a poorly made knife.
Yeah.
I was just watching, just before the podcast, I was watching Forged in Fire.
Mm.
And the second that you said it, the tip of it broke, I just thought of the dude like throwing it against the wall and it just going.
No, like I dropped it on the floor at work and the tip said, I'm gonna head
Bye-bye.
out. It's kind of like
Bye-bye.
my computer. Piece
Or
of
your
crap.
thumb that one time.
Yeah. I cut the tip off of my thumb. The part is like still there, like where it's like you can kind of see like where it's red right there. It's like it's still there, and like there's like no feeling there because like when I cut it, I was cutting a single Kalamata olive, like a black olive.
You hit the seed in the middle, didn't you?
No, Kalamata olives don't have seeds.
They don't?
The small black olives.
I thought they did.
No, they don't. They're pitted.
I thought like all of them.
They're always.
They don't come pitted.
Yes, they do.
But I was thinking, like without the,
if you buy an olive from the store, it's gonna come pitted.
Oh.
Yeah. Like cherries.
Well, no,
don't come pitted.
I've had numerous occasions where I got olives that had the seeds on them or in them. So, like green olives.
That was it. The red stuff?
No, like actual seeds. No, like actual seeds.
Well,
it's like a big chunk in the middle that you have to like chew the olive around.
At least commercially, like in restaurant, they don't come with seeds. They come pitted. But I was cutting one. And
that would be an even better excuse, though. You should have just been like, "Yeah, it was the seed." And
yeah, no, I
hit it and it bounced off. And
I was holding the olive, like you would.
An olive.
Yeah, I mean, like
as you're cutting it,
I had to hold it like this because it's a small olive, and I was just cutting it in half. But I went too far back, and hit like right there, on my thumb. Like right above where my finger is, like right about there, and I heard or like I felt the nail, like I felt it cut the nail, and I thought it was just I hit the nail and it ricocheted off. No, it went through the nail, and then luckily it kind of did angle, so it didn't get a lot of it, but it went, and then. It cut that, and I had to go to the hospital for them just to put numbing gel on it and tell me to go home.
I know which hospital that is. We're not going to announce names, but I know which one that is.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yep.
Okay, I figured.
I was there from 8 till 11.
Oh yeah, definitely the same one that I'm thinking.
I was the second. I was the only there was only one other person in the waiting room. One other person, and I was there from 8 till 11 for them just to say, let me look at it. Here's some numbing gel. Go home. Mind you, this was on a Thursday night, my senior year of high school. A Thursday night. Nobody else was there. And then I'm so injury prone. Like now I think about it. I've burnt part of my face.
I think I remember you telling me about that one.
Yeah. I had hot oil in a pan and I was making chicken piccata. And instead of pushing the chicken away like you're supposed to, I wasn't thinking and I pulled it towards me. And the oil like hit the curve of the pan, splashed up, hit my neck, hit my chin, and then like a little bit right there. And of course, like it was hot. But like I was,
you know what's going to be good for that? Numbing gel. Set you straight.
I've only been to the hospital one time from work, and that was when I cut my thumb. But I did that. I've cut my finger there. I think I've cut all of my fingers, probably. I used to be into blacksmithing.
I remember that.
And my brother was leaving for college, and he was going to Georgia Tech, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make him a Georgia Tech logo. And so I made it, and then I put the thing in the vice grip, and I had an angle grinder, and I was sitting there like this, grinding it. It slipped, caught my shirt, wrapped around, and like barely cut on my side. But like it was scary as hell, because like I was doing the thing, and then it went down, caught my shirt wrapped around, and it cut me up a little bit. And
That's one of those things where like so many things had to go wrong in a row to wind up being that bad of a scenario. So many things. It had to get loose. The shirt had to wrap. You had to then fight the shirt. The shirt had to wrap hard enough for you to basically saw yourself.
Well, I mean, like, it all happened so quick. Like,
it all happened so fast.
Because like I think I was grinding like at this angle or whatever, and so when I went down, I think I went too far down, or like it hit something and it slipped, or like it shot down, and then it hit my shirt, and the way it was spinning this way, and so when it hit this side of me, and so like it hit, and so it caught my shirt, wrapped around, and luckily it wasn't that bad. I've had a piece of glass shoved through my thumb. That's the exit point. That's the entry point. It was like Teacher's Day in pre-K. I was bringing my teacher some flowers, and I tripped on stairs. Like going upstairs, there was like stairs outside, and I tripped on them going up. Vase hit the ground. I as you do as a kid, you kind of try to break your fall, and then the glass went through and out the other side. And so I had to go to the school nurse.
I think we should get another card. I'm gonna have nightmares.
I'm very accident prone.
Apparently.
I haven't broken any bones yet, though. Knock on wood.
I have not either. I have dislocated things. I have never actually broken anything.
I mean, yeah.
Actually, that's a lie.
Haha! I win.
Yeah. I broke my foot.
Haha.
My left foot. I was taking a ledge at the park. Skateboard for those uneducated. And I didn't take it fast enough, and so the board went wee, and then I went wee, and then my foot went wee, and I heard a pop.
Nope.
That would have made anybody else hit the deck. It echoed throughout the skate park. And I was like, my friend was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "I don't know. I felt a pop in my foot." And then I went to stand up and went right back down.
Just like that.
I came home.
At that point, the adrenaline's like just taking over, so you don't feel it. You're just like,
oh yeah.
You're just like, I felt a pop in my foot. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's just straight up adrenaline at that point, because your body's just like, boom, react.
Yeah.
And so I got home. My buddy drove me home. I got home. I was like 16. I got home. I limp up to the door. Skateboard in hand, still. I limp up to the door, and I open up the door, and I walk into the living room, and I put my skateboard down. Actually, I should probably reword that. I threw my skateboard down. And putting all of my weight on one foot, I looked at my mom and I said, "All right, don't be upset." I think I might have possibly broken my foot. She was like, what were you doing? And I was like, so, you know how you told me not to go crazy on the ledges? I did not listen. So I broke my foot taking a ledge. Love you. Medical bills.
Love you. I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah. So we went to the urgent care and they were like, yep, it's broken. And I was like,
Was that here?
huh?
Was that here?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a Springer Gala the next day.
Mm.
Literally the next day I had to go in a suit and a boot.
Suit and a
But
boot.
a suit and a boot. The boot that they gave me was really weird. It wasn't like an actual boot.
Mm-hmm.
They molded like the bottom of it to my foot and partially up my Achilles on the back end of my leg.
Yeah.
And then they wrapped it around like a lot of times, like just an ungodly number of times. And that was my boot.
Yeah.
Was that. And crutches also. I was really styling and profiling that day. It was great. I'm sure I have pictures somewhere of like, I'll probably find a photo because there's a picture of me like fixing my suit and I'm like looking off and I'm like, and then over here somewhere you can see both my crutches leaned up against the wall. And if you zoom the photo out, you can see the boot on my foot and my leg being like bent outwards. But from like mid shot up, it was
styling and profiling all day.
And then crutches. And a boot.
I guess since we're on the topic of like breaking and dislocating stuff, I think I dislocated my knee when we were skiing in Colorado.
Was this recent? Was this the thing that you were telling me about?
It was when I turned 16.
Oh, no.
Matter of fact, it was the day I turned 16.
Because I remember there was one point that when you were moving, something happened and your knee was messed up for like a month afterwards.
Probably. I probably like overextended it or like popped it or something. Because like ever since this incident, it's my right knee. It's been screwy ever since. Like I can, like it,
I heard that.
That's my knee. Ever since that incident, I've been able to do that, and I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
But
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that's supposed to do that.
I was skiing. We were skiing in Colorado. It was our spring break, and it happened like my birthday. It always happens to fall on spring break,
right?
And because like my birthday is literally the day spring begins on all the calendars. So whenever spring break happened, that's birthday. So we were in Colorado. I was skiing down a slope, and one of the runs, it was like a normal run that like had trees on both ends, and on one side you could like go in between the trees and like kind of go like, you know, like how you see in like GoPro videos or whatever.
Right.
But like it like not as bad. And I'd been through the trees before, and like it just that day I just happened to forget like how the trail in the trees went. And so there was a turn coming up that I didn't remember. And so I was going, like I was hauling through those trees. And then that turn happened, and I went, oh. And I had to turn right as hard and as fast as I could. And it happened, but like I fell in the process. And when I fell, I landed on my back, and my legs went, like my left leg stayed straight up, but my right leg whipped down, like inside. And so when that happened, it popped. Like I felt and heard a loud pop when that happened. And so I sat there in pain for like 5 minutes. Nobody came by. Nobody. Ski patrol. No tourists. Nobody. And so I had to get up and ski the rest of the way down with a messed up knee. Like, I was sitting there pretty much pizzaing the entire way down because my knee, like, it just hurts so bad. And, like, nobody asked, was like, hey, are you good? You need ski patrol or something? Just people going by, and I'm just sitting there slowly going down the hill, just like, don't mind me. I'm in pain right now. Don't mind me.
I'm just hurting a lot.
And then, like, when I got back to the condo, I was talking to my mom, and I was like, I think we should see a doctor when we get home tomorrow. And my mom was like, no, we're not. Simply put, like, I don't
Negative.
I don't think you need to. And I was like, well, I do. Well, I don't. So, joke's on you. You're going to have a messed up knee for the rest of your life.
Mom, I forgot when you got your PhD. When was that again?
So, like,
I love her though.
yeah.
Shouts out to Nancy. Love you.
It hurt. And so, like, that, there's been a few times where I've, like, overextended my knee, and it's hurt for a little bit, and like I've popped my knee and it's hurt for a little bit. Like one time at space camp, they had like bunk beds, and I was at the top, and I had to jump down, and my knee like bent backwards real quick. Same knee, and I it hurt. It was bad.
I've dislocated my knee like 9 times, I think, so far.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, 10 times. Because it was at one point that I was coming to your apartment, and remember I was like, hold on, I gotta take a minute. I ran into a couch the wrong way.
Yep. I ran into the couch and I dislocated my knee.
You're like, what? Huh? Yeah, I caught it like right on the edge of the couch, like with just my kneecap, and it went. And I was like, sick. Nice. I'm gonna sit down for a minute.
Yeah. All right, you want to go to another card?
Yeah.
All right.
Probably one more card, and then we'll call it. Next week we're going to be talking about the world's firsts.
World's first.
Like, for instance, the world's the guy the first person that decided to milk a cow. What?
That's a next week topic.
Just what? Think on that.
I guess we're going out of those cards.
think on that. Come back next week with comments.
Come back next week on the next exciting episode of
The Cave.
All right, out of these 3.
Okay. All right. Middle.
What famous person's memoir would you love to read? I don't even know what a memoir is. I'm not going to lie. Is it like an autobiography?
I think so. It's basically like the events of someone's life up to death, I believe. But hold on.
Wouldn't that just be a biography?
I'm going to look up the definition. A historical account or biography written from personal, acknowledged, or special sources. So like a memoir is like, basically a memoir is like they're writing it about themselves.
So an autobiography.
Essentially.
Okay.
It's just a fancy way of saying it, I guess.
My dear Watson, would you read a memoir?
I don't know, man. That's a hard one. Because I'm not one of those guys that takes like a whole lot of interest in like famous people's lives.
Yeah.
I don't really like get super into that. But if I was gonna pick anyone, any famous person to read their memoir, I don't know. Come back to me. Do you have one?
No. The only people that are like famous that I like are like YouTubers.
Oh,
So like they're not gonna have a memoir.
they're not gonna have like interesting things even.
Well, they
They're
would.
like
But
going
like,
through the day is just like, and then I recorded
and then
this video.
I woke up, ate breakfast, recorded a video,
Nope, sorry.
and that's it.
Correction. I woke up, ate dinner.
I woke up, ate lunch, breakfast for me, but lunch for
It was like
everybody else.
it was like a late lunch. Yeah, I only had one meal that day.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds nice. That sounds nice.
Yeah, Loki. But I don't know, man. That's a hard one because like I know for a fact I'll be thinking about it another time and be like, oh, that'd be such a good one. But it's gonna be like another point.
Yeah.
Famous person. It doesn't have to be like. I would assume it doesn't have to be like actors or musicians. It could also be like famous criminals or like things like that. I really like true crime. I really, really, really like true crime. Like documentaries and podcasts about it and all of that. We'll cut that part out later. The stream can't, but we can cut that part out later.
Yeah. There's only one person watching. Fuck! I did not mean to click that.
we'll cut that out too.
Yeah. Well, no.
I would love to see a memoir written by the Zodiac Killer.
I don't even know who that is. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a series of murders.
I know, like people are like
the memes about it.
Ted Cruz and like, are you the Zodiac Killer? Because apparently he looks like him.
The Zodiac Killer was a serial killer. He was. It was a serial killer that never got caught. He never got caught. No one knows who he is. He covered his tracks so well that to this day, he has never been caught. He wrote letters to news companies. He wrote letters to the police department. He wrote letters to like really notable people that, for all intents and purposes, should be able to match his handwriting up with other handwriting and try to figure out who it is. Never. Nothing. I would love to see a memoir about all of the lengths that he had to go to to avoid notoriety, because he was famous. Just he wasn't famous. The persona that he was committing his crimes under was famous. But for someone to reach a point where they get so bold that they're like, hello, Mr. Chief of Police, like, how?
Yeah.
You gotta have massive cojones to even attempt that.
Yeah.
So I would love to see what he wrote about it.
Yeah.
Like these idiots.
Why'd they call him the Zodiac Killer though?
I used to know the reason. I'm a little bit out of date on my knowledge with that. But I think that would be fascinating to read. The story of a guy that never got caught.
Yeah. Let's see. Killer that sent taunting letters and cryptograms to police newspapers. He was dubbed the Zodiac Killer because some of his cryptograms included astrological symbols and references.
Well, there you go. He was never caught. He could still be alive.
Yeah.
Or he could be very much dead.
Yeah.
The world will literally never know. At this point, it's a cold case. Like, no one's even really chasing it much anymore. The only people that are chasing it are like conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
And people that like are like, I know he's out there. Like, those are the only people. Those are the only people that.
Aluminum hats.
Yeah, they're definitely wearing aluminum foil and saying they're coming.
Yeah.
Those people. But yeah, I think that would be mine. The Zodiac Killer. I would love to read that.
I don't even know.
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Because you have to think like who would be interesting.
I feel like JFK would be pretty interesting. Like, because like he's the one that put people on the moon.
Yeah.
Like
that would be kind of interesting.
Like his thoughts of like leading up to like putting people on the moon, and like how Russia was like first place in the space race until they put people on the moon, and then U.S.
Yeah, there are
go on
actually
the
a lot
moon.
of really interesting topics that could probably be taken out of that.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's fair.
What was
That's
going through
fair.
his mind in Texas? A bullet. JFK's mind blowers.
Oh,
But like in all seriousness, like what it was like putting being the president and be like, yeah, I made that happen. I put people on the moon, baby. What's
yeah,
up?
I did that. What's poppin'?
Yeah.
One of the biggest achievements in mankind. I did that.
Yeah. And
So-
fun fact that the reason Space Camp teaches you Russia is because Russia was the first in the space race. They're the first people in space. And so Russian and English are the two most common space languages.
Huh.
And it's mainly just because, haha, Russia, funny. Space funny, haha, Russia, funny, go Burr.
Space funny, haha, Russia. Haha, space funny, haha, Pavel.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that we've gotten to know each other pretty well. It was very nice meeting you. I think
Yeah,
I think this project could really go places.
Totally.
For those of you that don't know, me and Jack have been friends for years. So this is mainly for you guys to know who we are, not for us to learn.
About.
Yeah, I am about
You're about photography.
reading serial killer memoirs, apparently,
Apparently.
and paradiddles. Oh, that's from the last one.
That's from the corrupted recording.
1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3.
I wish I could.
All
say
right.
it,
Well,
I can't.
next week we'll be discussing, as I said earlier, the world's first. If you guys have any ideas, most definitely come hit us up, because I'm sure we've got a couple.
Yeah.
And for the other 40 minutes, we might not have anything, so we might just be winging it.
Yeah. I mean,
It might be a podcast of us just.
That's
The world's first. The world's first. The world. What if the guy that the.
It's just 40
thing?
minutes of that.
Yeah, it's just 40 minutes of just eyes moving around weirdly and eyebrows.
You're just sitting there, just like.
We just do that for 40 minutes. All right, guys, that's the podcast.
We're like, all right,
Thanks
welcome
for
to the
coming in.
cave.
Thanks for coming and staring into the abyss with us.
All right, that's the podcast. Appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate you guys coming. See you next week. This time, 50 minutes of silence.
Yeah.
More for you.
Silent podcast. Oh my god.
We don't want you to feel like we're not putting effort in. So we're gonna give you 50. That's 10 extra minutes of silence.
Exactly.
No other creators are doing this. No other creators are doing this. We are innovators.
We just
So you may
put
wanna-
our mics and walk away.
You might want to hop on the train
Yeah.
while it's starting, because
While it's still in the station.
once it's gone, chugga chugga choo choo, baby. You ain't hopping on that. All right. Well, I don't know how to end these.
Well, do you want to talk about since we didn't really talk about what we actually do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we should probably do that
for a few minutes.
for like a second. You go first.
Okay. Well, I mean, I kind of hinted at it earlier, but I'm a cook. I work at a country club. Pretty much cut myself and fruit on the daily.
Well, Kalamata olives.
Yeah,
Pitted.
Pitted. You gotta make sure they're pitted, bro.
We gotta make sure they're pitted.
But
It's not real otherwise.
I've been doing that for 3 years now. So, and the way I got into it was I was just cooking at home. Like I'd cook at home every now and then, and like I was homeschooled at the time, and my mom was like, "What are you interested in?" And I was like, "I don't know." She was like,
Food.
she was like, you cook you cook a little bit here and there." And like at the time, they knew one of the chefs at the club, so they reached out to him and was like, "Hey, is it cool if he comes shadow you for a day or two or whatever?" And I did that, and I was like, yeah, I like it. Seems pretty cool." And so went, and for the first 3 months, I was never paid. For the first 3 months after they said, "All right, we're bringing you on as an employee," for 3 months, I was not paid.
I would have been so upset.
Oh, I am. I am.
I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
I
Because
would have been like, give me my money.
at the time, I was underneath Giovanni, and every day, he was like, "Bro, I swear I'm trying to get you on payroll." But like Green Island was just like, "No, I don't think so." And now, other than Chef Mikhail and Lorena, I am the only cook that's been there for this long. Other than those two.
Wow.
They've
That's impressive, though.
They've gone through so many. I've seen so many faces.
So many faces.
What about you?
I'm a photographer, and a musician, and I'm gonna skip to the part where I'm done listing the things that I do. I run my own photography and videography company, and that's kind of it. I'm not really, I don't really have like a big story to tell. When I got into photography, I remember I was really young when I first like picked up a camera. I think I was maybe 7, something like that, 8.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I got a camera I was 9. I got a camera for Christmas, but it was like one of those it was like one of the little like super flat, like clicky clicky kind of, isn't actually for anything professional type of cameras. But I remember I used to like run around the house and like figure out how I could take pictures of things to make them look cool.
Yeah.
And I took a shot of a barn at one point. It was a barn. And I had the way that I shot it, there was like kind of really long grass coming up, a really, really long blade of grass. And the way that I shot it is I got like behind the blade of grass, and then the blade of grass came up kind of like, you know how barn doors open this way?
Yeah.
The blade of grass came up in between the doors.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really thought that I did something.
This is the coolest picture I'm ever gonna take.
Yeah, it was kind of dormant for a while, and then I guess I picked it back up again 15.
Yeah.
Like more seriously.
Yeah.
And I started doing like trying to sell my art, like prints. I started trying to like kind of collect a portfolio so that I could actually get like more work.
Yeah.
And then I started doing like portrait sessions and headshots and commercial photography and things like that. And now I've started my own company doing it. Yeah, it was one of those things where it was just kind of like I did it for a little bit and I was like, I like this. I like this. It's cool. It was one of those things that for a lot of years I picked it up and put it back down and picked it up and put it back down and picked it up and put it back down. But now it's just what I do. I've already spent too much money, way too much money, on my equipment. So there's really no turning back at this point. Yeah, that's like buying a Lamborghini and then being like, I'm gonna let it sit in the garage.
Yeah.
I'm just let it sit. It's just
every rich person ever. I'm just
let it sit there. I'm never gonna take it out. I'm not gonna do nothing with it. Or that's like buying a commercial building and being like, I just want to let it stay empty.
Yeah.
I just want to pay the bills on it. I don't want to
Yeah.
actually do anything with it. I just want.
Just want something.
I think I'll
with
put.
money.
I think I'll put like a snake habitat in there or something. Like what? No,
Yeah.
you're gonna put a business there. What?
Yeah.
So yeah, I spent a lot of money on my lenses and software and all of that. So at this point, even if I get to a point, and I have a few times where I'm like, I'm done. I hate it. I hate it so much
Mm-hmm.
that I'm like, do I hate it that much though?
Do I hate it that much to change career paths like that?
Yeah, no, because I have the box that I from the original purchase, which was like the camera, and it came with 2 lenses and like a bag and a carrying case and all of that. And I left the receipt in it. So anytime I'm like, I don't know about this, I go and I look at that receipt, and then all of a sudden I know about it again.
Man,
Okay.
I don't know about this stuff. Never mind, I know about this stuff.
Yeah, no, like I have to put it on my insurance. My camera is insured,
Jesus.
like bracketed under my car. Because if I am out on a job and it gets broken, there goes everything I've spent on whatever pieces of equipment break.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
No way to get that back.
Mm-mm.
So I'm like, all right, I guess I should probably like do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it. I don't have any fun stories of like injuring myself taking photos or anything like that. I mean, there have been a couple of times. There have been a couple of times that I've like kind of leaned back really far to take some shots and maybe fell down, but that's it. That's the extent of it.
Back hurt after that. But
I got
it.
a shoulder owie one time. That's kept all my fingers intact though. So
Yeah. Well, mine's intact. It grew back. It's just
my thumb grew back. Out of context, that was very interesting. Kept all my thumbs intact. Well, mine grew back. Are you a lizard?
well, things like when it happened, the way my dad described it is like I cut off my thumb. And so when he called my brother,
I remember when you sent it to me. It was like this much.
Yeah.
Maybe not even. It was like there.
Like my brother, he thought I cut off my thumb. Like he thought my thumb was just gone. But like I remember when it happened because I cut the olive. It happened. Went to the bathroom. Yada yada yada. And then I tried to calling like my dad was at the club playing tennis when it happened, and I tried calling my dad, but he was busy playing tennis, and so I called him, hung up, went home, and then called my mom, and like at the time we lived 3 minutes away, and so I was like, get your car, get in the car, be ready to pull out of the garage and the driveway right now. I have cut the tip off of my thumb. We got to go to the hospital. And so I think I hit like 50 or something on the way home, which is kind of hard to do because the way it was is I had to go out the club, up the road, then around a corner, down a road, turn right, get to a stoplight, then go down a hill, then turn right into our neighborhood.
Yeah, and then the size of the thing that you drive.
Yeah.
That's not an easy thing.
Yeah. And so I was driving home like this. I was driving home like this with a paper towel with my right hand. Just like I was like, I almost ran a red light. The only light that I had to come across.
I would be so queasy. Like I would be nauseous. I don't do well with blood or like anything like that.
Yeah.
It grosses me out.
But
like when because Katie likes to watch like surgery shows.
Yeah. They did surgery on a grape.
I genuinely could have gone the rest of my life without that meme returning. Every time we watch like surgery shows, I can watch literally anything else on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, like when I was like 11 years old, I was playing Gears of War, cutting people in half with chainsaws. But the second they start the second that they start the surgery part,
Yeah.
I get on my phone, I look away, I will cover my eyes. Anything, literally anything that keeps me from looking at whatever's happening on screen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I can't handle it. I can handle like the goriest stuff, but if it's like medical,
Yeah.
forget it.
Yeah.
You can absolutely forget it.
But my dad, I guess my mom like called my dad or something like after I called her and left a message. And my dad apparently went into the back and like went into the kitchen in his tennis uniform, like, and yelled over everything. Like they had music playing, they had all the equipment running, they had stuff was cooking. And if you don't know about a kitchen, it gets loud.
Oh yeah.
Like just with stuff cooking and like the equipment and then the music that we had. And apparently my dad went in and over everything just yelled, "Where's Jack?" And the cook that was like right there, like he apparently like got really scared about that and was like, "I told him to go home." And so my dad like met us at the hospital. But it was just
your dad screaming. Just the idea of that shakes me to my core.
Yeah,
because he doesn't get loud really, and so like the idea of him like, where's Chet? Like I would need.
you would need like a security blanket.
I would need to change. I would need a month of therapy. I would need a spiritual journey. That is horrifying to me.
Yeah.
It's like my dad screaming.
Yeah.
Like, that does not happen.
Yeah.
If it does happen,
it's serious.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. At some point in a later on episode, share stories of me being an idiot and making my dad angry. Man, I tried my parents.
Yeah.
I tried my parents. There were a couple of times there where I was like, I'm not going to make it out of this alive. I'm going to die. Today's the day that I die. Love my folks. Anyways, on that note. It is very late for us.
It is currently
12:45.
12:44 for me.
12:44 for me as well.
You're stupid.
No, I just.
You didn't look.
I got 1, 2, 4, and then my brain said, 45.
You said the 1, 2, and the 2 4s. You're like, it's close enough.
No, I got 1, 2, 4, and then my brain filled in the blank. So it's 12, 4, and then my brain said D5, 4, D5.
But yeah, appreciate y'all for watching.
Yes.
Is
this going to be a weekly thing?
I don't know.
Do this once a week?
Probably.
All right. Well, yeah.
But appreciate you for watching. This will be going up on YouTube, on Spotify. YouTube and Spotify. Unless you want to put it on like SoundCloud or something, that's up to him.
I am so done putting things on SoundCloud, and so is the rest of the world.
Yeah.
The only people that are putting things on SoundCloud now are
12-year-olds.
People that still listen to Lil Pump. Or better yet, people that still listen to Lil Xan. Do you know who Lil Xan is?
I've heard of him.
Yeah,
But yeah, like I said, the video will be on YouTube. Audio only will be on Spotify.
You can see my mustache going rogue. I don't know what it's doing. It has this one part that's just like, it's like Clark Kent's hair, just like
curly Q. If you're listening on Spotify, appreciate it. If you're watching it on YouTube, appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that like button. Comment down below.
Comment your
just comment pickle.
No. What was? I want to wait. Hold on. What was?
Comment your idea for world's firsts.
Yes. Comment your idea for world's first. And if you don't have an idea for world's first, comment what famous person you would like to read the memoir of and why. Because I'm genuinely interested. That was a hard one for me, and I want to see what other ideas people have. Because I didn't think of JFK.
Yeah. Well, the reason I thought of JFK is because I had this JFK pop right here. But like then I started thinking about it, and I was like, wait, that actually might be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
We might also upload clips on TikTok if you want to.
Yeah, I'm down.
Try to get it out more.
Yeah, we're gonna probably make a TikTok called The Cave Podcast or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And
YouTube will probably
be
be the
Cave
Podcast.
Yeah.
Spotify will probably be the Cave Podcast.
Yeah. My
Cave Podcast everywhere.
My Amazon Echo location will be the Cave Podcast.
Somebody searching up IP and it's like, I know that guy.
Wait a minute. We found him.
I remember watching that podcast. But yeah. Hit that subscribe. Let us know that you like what we're doing and we can keep doing it for you.
Yeah.
And have a good night, good morning, good evening, good day, good whatever, wherever, whenever you are. Just have a good one.
Have a good visit to the bathroom.
Just have a good one.
Have a good.
And we will see y'all in the next one. Later.